Well, I waited long enough, and I think it's time for me to get JiffyDOS installed. This is what's next. Well, if you would like to learn more about the history of JiffyDOS, the C64 wiki might be beneficial for you if you haven't tried it before. And to be honest, this is something that I've not played around with. I do have a fast load cartridge, which is similar to what JiffyDOS does, but takes up the cartridge port, and I guess it isn't as compatible as maybe JiffyDOS. The nice thing about the C64U is that we can purchase this and actually get it easily installed via the ROMs that you can download. I have had some people leave some comments about JiffyDOS and even some questions, and since I don't have it, I thought it was time to go to Retro Innovations and get this installed. Now, once you get to retro or go4retro.com, there is the online store, which is over here. And I'm going to go ahead and select that. And you go into their store, Retro Innovations. And I believe you're supposed to type out the word pack. And once you do that, you get two options. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in real quick so you can see this. You got the overlay image pro pack, which is around $29 US, and then just the basic standard pack, which is $15. If we go into the $15 one, and we'll do a quick view. So I believe that this only does the 1541 drive, where the other one actually supports all of the drives. And I think that's where I'm going to go first. If I go into here, the ultimate, you'll see here, it does say it's now $29 and it's an image. I'm going to go ahead and get this purchased, and then we're going to get this stuff copied over to my SD card on the Commodore 64U and do some testing. And there we go, went through PayPal, it's $29. What we do next is we do go to the download section, and then there is the Pro Zip. It's only 52 kilobytes, tiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that and allow the download. Well, there is our download of the JiffyDOS. Those are the items that are in here. We have 4 of them. One is for the 1541, 1571, 1581, and then of course the actual DOS. I believe that's a ROM that we need to use. That would be the hardware that would have gone into the computer back in the day. So what I want to do is get FileZilla up and running, and we're going to connect to the C64. It would help if I turn on my C64 to work that out. All right, we are logged into our FileZilla. There is our SD card, and like before, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to create a new folder. Right click it, create directory, and I'm going to call this utilities. We're going to go into utilities, and then I'm going to create yet another directory called JiffyDOS. And now what we want to do, go into JiffyDOS, and then we're just going to copy all these and drop them into the directory. And because it was super small, it didn't take very long at all. All right, now we're back over to our Commodore 64, and what I want to do is I want to run a couple tests without JiffyDOS just to see how long it takes. All right, the first thing that I want to do is get JiOS up and running. We're going to use my stopwatch on my phone, and we're going to see how long that takes, because I know that this application is quite large. So there is our stopwatch. I'm going to press enter. It says run disk, and 3, 2, 1. And then there we go. We are now checking to see how long this is going to take. All right, so about 1 minute and 35 seconds to get JiOS up and running. And then what I want to do is I'm going to do one of my other applications. So I need to exit out of this. I'll be back in just a moment. There's our utilities, and then we enter. There's all of the items, and then I think what we're supposed to do is hit spacebar to copy all of those, and I'm going to do the Commodore C button, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to press A to exit out. Then what we want to do is we want to go into our flash internal memory, ROMs, enter, and then we're going to do Commodore V to paste all of the items in here. That part worked. All right, now if I go ahead next, and we want to go to memory and ROMs. So the kernel ROM needs to be set to this JiffyDOS. I got that. And then if we come down here, we want to swap out the ROMs. Now, please note, if you add this stuff, then your floppy drive or your tape drive will no longer work. You'll have to reset back to the defaults. So first, we're going to go in here and we want the 1541, and there's 71, and there's 81. Go down to drive B, same thing. There's that. There's this. One more. 81. Okay. And then we're going to exit out of here, save the changes, and JiffyDOS is installed. So let's run those same tests again. All right, we have our timer set. I've reset the drive back to the internal one, not the external. We're going to press enter and then say run disk. Got the timer working. JiffyDOS is here. So yeah, this should be a lot faster. Minute 15, I think, is what we had last time. And there you go, 3680 to get GeoS running. That's a significant speed increase. I like that. Let's go ahead and we're going to try that floppy disk again on Trek 2, and then let's see how long that takes. Now what I want to do is I have a program here, 23 blocks. This is that Trek 2 app that I did a long time ago, and we're going to go ahead and see how long that takes. So we're going to do Trek 2, 8. There we go. We're all set. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, about 15.5 seconds on that. So cool. That works. All right, compared it to the external drive. Let's see how long this takes. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Done. 3.5 seconds. Well, that's my look at JiffyDOS. I hope this was informative for you. I think that this is a winner. I mean, if I can get my disk images loading a little bit faster, that saves me a little bit of time. I will like to get the my floppy drive actually up and running. I know that's a chip swap. That may be another show for another day. In the meantime, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to click the subscribe button to have it show up on your feed, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to watch one of my other videos, you can either click here or here. And until next time, I will see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?